Hey everyone, Theta, back again with another Stone Face Reactions. Once again, second episode of Gunbuster. I think I expressed before that I'm happy with where this show is going. Its animation style is showing that same early Gynax flow. It's got the Gynax bounce. I said that in the first couple of minutes of the episode. I did my normal thing of criticizing, I would like, well, that's unnecessary, and then I remembered, wait a second, this is following, or this is creating the footsteps of the show that I love the most, will later follow in. What am I doing? Just fucking enjoy it, man. So, yeah, I'm not, uh, I'm not gonna harsh that buzz. Hell, it's clearly displayed here below me what kind of show this is. I had said before that I didn't see what date her callback to the school thing that she had done for her dad, and I checked real quick before I started recording today, and yeah, no, that's not there. It just says what grade she is and what class she is rather. So not important. He he's gone sometime in the past, and she's grown up since then. He's been a hero to everybody, but we've gone through her self affirmation arc, I guess is what we want to call it. She's done the school bit. People came down upon her because they accused her of nepotism, basically. And then she pulled through by showing everybody that she was worth it, that she could pull through and has the confidence to do what's needed. And that's what we want from her. We want happy her who's confident in herself. She went through the Simone arc of Gurren Lagann in half an episode, which is amazing considering. What else? I had also mentioned before that the gunmen, the gunbusters. I'm gonna call them gunbusters here. The gunbusters working out was like a joke, and then I realized maybe it's not a joke. Maybe it just requires such intense physical training to work out. And later on, it occurred to me that maybe that what they're doing isn't what I was saying it was. Maybe they're working in muscle memory to these students so that when they have to fight or when they have to perform actions, it's right there. They know what to do. So yeah. I also mentioned that they look like the same controls from the Gurren Lagann from the Gunman, and I guess that goes across a bunch of different anime. Now that I think about it, I believe Big O from Big O, literally Roger Smith has the same controls except his are up and down versus theirs being sideways. So what you gonna do? Yeah, no, I'm eager to get back into it. I'm surprised that I haven't just binged it all already. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. 2015. I don't know how far a parsec is. Also, I'm aware that there are like bonus science episodes, like 2 minute shorts. I don't know when to watch those, so I guess let me know, or I'll have already watched them. One of the two. Is that the dad? Yeah, and the coach. I mean, my first thought is maybe it is nepotism, but kind of doing the Sarah Connor maneuver. Man, that's sad. I'll be honest. My first thought there was that reminds me of Degwin Zabi, his reaction to Garma's death in Gundam, which is to sit and their last message literally on a little recording pad. So I've heard that Gunbuster is also like a parody of Gundam, at least in the beginning. So it wouldn't be that far to consider that it might be making fun of, or not making fun of, parroting, or homaging. I don't know what words we want to use here that gives the most respect. A thing from, this is what, 88? So 9 years ago? 9 years ago in its own timeline? So yeah, her dad saved the coach's life, and we already know from last episode, Coach said, "I'm from your dad's ship." So now we even have more of those backstories. We know there's monsters in space, but they didn't show monsters there, even when the guy was escaping. Assumedly, he self-destructed, right? That wasn't just an explosion out of nowhere. Daring, the girl genius challenger. Oh, of its time, huh? For some reason that name sounded familiar. Natsuka Oraha-san, or whatever it was. The space station just to the right of this looked like the 2001 space station. Also, is that a Star Destroyer? I feel like she's just being sarcastic now in the not blinking bits. There we go, the 2001 space station. Oh, the old hammer and sickle still in effect. I guess it is the 80s, but it's 20-something here, so we're doing that classic sci-fi thing of other places of the Soviet Union still existing. One of my favorite books, Eon, does the same thing, also I think written in the 80s.
私がエクセリオンの艦長になる田代辰巳だ。彼女が月面基地のユングフロイト、宇宙戦闘の天才だ。君たちも知っているだろう。
ええ、存じておりますわ。
こちらは天野和美、高谷典子、日本最高のペアだ。仲良くやってくれ。
The name I thought was familiar, the voice actress for Norika in the show.
3回ほどバカンスで。そう、それなら大丈夫ね。
ああ、後ろの者、聞こえるかな？諸君の生活の場となる宇宙戦艦エクセリオンは現在急ピッチで建造中である。2月中には偽装を含め進駐できるだろう。
I don't know what month it is.
その直後に敵宇宙怪獣に対して全面攻撃をかける。その時には諸君にトップを務めてもらうことになる。その戦いに敗れたら人類に
Interesting, there's only 4 different uniforms. You have the business suits in blue, you have the weird other one, the ones with the neck things in blue. You have Soviet girls' uniform, and there are 2 red ones.
Noriko, 行くわよ。はい。 れでよろしいですか？そうね。固定します。
I don't know what good having the mask up does you. Other than, I guess, not having to spend budget on animating mouths.
マーカーを消しなさい。二人とも。どうするおつもり？あなたと勝負がしたいの。お姉様。リンダがダミーのマーカーを持って月へ行ったわ。その子の分もね。すべて OK というわけね。2対1でもいいのよ。宇宙は不慣れでしょ。心配ご無用。
As far as I know, it's our main character's first time in space, right?
行くわよ。ジャコビリルテアタ。
I mean, I recognize that, according to what they've shown us, this takes a lot of skill. Also, Rose Queen, new name.
バラにはトゲがあるのよ。
It's also the thing that I laugh at in more serious shows.
どこに行っちゃったの？
That so much control can be exerted over just doing this motion.
無重心剣積雲流、八面鉄壁斜め西岸。さすがね。隙がないわ。しかし、なければ私が作ってあげる。
Fair, it's space. What's gravity mean, right?
かしら。
Safety first.
やるわね、天才さん。
The super effective move we saw in the first
天才の名
episode.
は伊達じゃないわ。お姉様。 お姉様。
I don't think they're gonna appreciate you destroying their new ship.
どうしたの？もうおしまい？ちょっと待って。何よこれ。え？どこ行っちゃったのかな。
Oh, okay. They've stored some of the monsters. That was gonna be one of my questions, if the monsters were real or not.
敵の死骸よ。こんなところにあるなんて。パパはこいつに殺されたの？こんなやつに殺されちゃったの？パパー！のりこ。パパ。おかえりなさい、パパ。のりこの誕生日覚えててくれたのね。
そうさ、のりこが
I
6
must
歳
say,
になったんだ。
had it been an earlier one.
光の速さで帰ってきたんだ。
I wonder if heavy metal lifted anything from this. I was expecting some sort of security alert. Not the mid-show thing.
訓練中の離脱、軍施設への不法侵入。未だに機密になっている敵標本の露見。どれ一つとっても重衛装
Is he
は
wearing
免れん
Nike?
ものばかりだ。だが、衛装ではお前たちをしごくことはできん。
書類は館長のところで止めておいてもらった。いいか、これは執行猶予だ。今度一度でも何かあればそのまま映像に放り込む。わかったな。はい。
So I guess the question remains then why they have it on board.
でも1年に一度だけ私の誕生日には必ず帰ってきて言ってくれたんです。のりこ、おめでとうって。その後すぐにまたお仕事に戻っちゃうんですけどね。
Okay, guy next.
私はともかくお姉様が映像入りなんて軍にとって大きな損失ですものね。あ、そっか、それで私も
Gonna have to do some censorship. I did not expect it to be so out there.
ほら、私って人見知りするからあんなことになっちゃってさ。でもやっぱり天野さんってすごいのね。すごいって聞いてはいたけど、あそこまですごいとは思わなかったわ。やっぱり月はいいわよ。胸が軽くって、その点ここは不便よね。ブラはきついし肩は凝るし、おまけにこのままじゃすぐ垂れちゃうわ。ねえ、そう思わない？あ、そうそう、お詫びと言ったら変だけど、私の誕
Sorry,
生パーティ
I'm
ー
not
に
like
招待するわ。
zoning out on it or anything. I'm just lost in my own thoughts about, how am I going to censor this?
合同でやりましょうよ、パーッと。ところであのコーチ素敵ね。あの有り余る緊張感好きだわ。ね、彼の誕生日はいつかしら。おととい終わったわ。
Yeah, a bit uncool. Don't know what they were chanting though. Are you using binoculars to read your own information board?
高速の 99.8% の速度でこの太陽系に飛んできている。実際には海王星の軌道をかすめるくらいなんだが、この質量にしてこの速度というのはね。
Kind of like Ranma. Not Ranma, Rama.
何か調べてほしい。
Rendezvous Rama is what I'm referring to.
強力なドップラー・ローレンツシフトのためここでは不可能です。となると肉眼で確認するしかないな。
海王星付近で拘束可能な戦艦は？戦艦ではありませんが、うちの練習艦が小惑星にマラソンに出ています。あの外部エンジンを使えばマシン兵器2体をこの亜高速まで加速できます。
天野と高谷を行かせましょう。
いや、天野はともかくとして、もう一人はユングの方が良くないかな。
天野と高谷はガンバスターの候補です。二人にはこれを機会に光の速度を。
So Gunbuster then is different from the machines that they're currently piloting.
加速のタイミングはこちらで出す。お前たちはただそのブースターに捕まって加速に耐えればいい。そちらが出発するのと同時に俺はシルバースターから亜高速回収艇で出る。そっちの時計で1分遅れで追いつくはずだ。いいか、目標の速度は高速に近いエーテルに流されるな。全作戦時間は10分。あっちで1分経つ間に地球では3ヶ月過ぎてしまう。うかうかしてると浦島太郎になってしまうぞ。
Oh, I guess we're working with like special relativity. Closer to light speed you get, the slower time seems relativistic to everything else, or for you to everything else. They would decelerate, and everyone they'd know would already be dead or old.
ちょうどパーティーの前日よ。楽しみにしているわ。
Explains why there would be science short episode things.
カウントダウン入ります。18、17、16、15、14、13、12、
Which I guess could be a reason why her dad could still be alive.
8、7、6、
Just looking for reasons for a happy ending, you know?
3。
If her dad was going at light speed this whole time, she could live a lot of her life. And he could come back the same age that he was.
第二次噴射
6、5、4、3、2、1、0。
Now I'm half expecting it to be a plot point in the show.
目標を
Which would put this into the realm of hard sci-fi rather than comedic mecha.
接触まで20秒目標を肉眼で確認
どのようなものかわかるか。
宇宙船人造物待って船名が見えますコーチ地球の船ですルクシオン
That was her dad's ship, right?
いかん、高谷を生かせるな。
What is the threat that
何か
the monsters took it over or something?
コーチノリコがルクシオンに
Yeah, wasn't the Luxion like ripped in half or something?
空気があるこの船の中じゃ戦闘からまだ2日しか経ってない
Yeah, there we go. Relative extra speeds. Also, you ripped a hole in it. There can't be air still in there. It should be venting out into space.
アーマロ回収する。お前は変速噴射の準備をして待て。俺は高谷を探す。
3分経っても戻らなければ構わず減速しろ。いいな。
This is super interesting. I want to know what's going on now. Again, you're cutting holes into space, though, which means it's going to be venting whatever air it has. It's also crazy that the hallways in this thing are large enough to fit
環境
whatever these things are. Again, this is like a submarine movie. If he was alive in there... So I was right then? That's just the engine half of the ship that got,
高谷、脱出する。
that somehow the engine half of the ship is just flown off on its own?
コーチ
Although, I don't know why the bridge
この
section
壁を突き破る。
still have directions there.
天野、回収用意。
Back bad now, I'm still hearing Amuro every time they call her Amino.
コーチ
収容を急げ。減速。 天野、
はい
何秒遅れた。
12秒です
そうか。
How much time? Are they gonna go back and the Soviet girl is gonna be a full-on adult now or something? Ship's done! It's not February yet, though. No, I mean, it's February, which means years haven't passed.
おかえりなさい。ずいぶん待たされたわ。来週いよいよ出発よ。お父様のことは大変だったわ
Right.
ね。
I was worried that like years had passed and it's just been like a month or some weeks.
あなた方にとっては6ヶ月
Months.
前のことかもしれないけど、私たちはつい1時間前まであの場所にいたんです。彼女はしばらくそっとしておいてあげてください。パパ、誕生日は半年も前に終わっちゃっ
This
た。
does read a lot
二
like
人だけでパーティーをしましょう。だってパパ。
if you like this episode, I would highly suggest you guys read some Terran Trade Authority, especially the book called Space Rex.
何かね、大きくなったら宇宙に行くの。だってそしたらいつもパパと一緒だもの。
Ah, it wanted to be so sad there at the end, but unfortunately for me, my curiosity and interest supersedes my sadness at points. So I didn't know exactly how to take that. Like, I'm still left wondering what launched it, right? It clearly seems to be operating on some sort of control mechanism. Otherwise, why would it be heading to a location or go back through Earth space? Especially when it was so far away. And the fact that there's no control room there anymore means it was done manually, I guess. Again, I don't know anything for sure. I'm just speculating here without any real knowledge. It seems like it was intentionally set on this location to fly back towards the solar system. Um, at high speeds too, though. So I don't know. It like almost immediately it must have been sent. Well, no, it couldn't have. The problem here is I don't know exactly how fast it's going because of the fact that even at light speed, it would take forever to get from one location to the next in interstellar distances. And they're trying to be scientifically accurate, it seems like. So I don't even know. Oh, now there's previews.
宇宙の海は俺の海。地球を離れて1万パーセクの星空で女子恒例の肝試し大会。でもコーチに見つかって大目玉。罰当番はレーザー砲のレンズ磨きなの。はあ、腰が痛い。そこで知り合ったちょっと素敵な男の子。合戦雲の下でいいムードと思ったら突然の敵襲。初めての実戦。一撃必殺のカリフォルニウム核爆弾。神様、はしたないのりこをお許しください。次回トップを狙え第3話。初めてのときめき、初めての出撃に稲妻キー。
Riding Keek! Yeah, those must be the two guys that were mentioned at the end of the first episode. They got a position on the place that they didn't reference last time, but it's clearly the Exelon. Sorry, I've already forgotten the name. The Exelon, I think it was called. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out. I've never had to censor a show on the channel before. Before, the most we've ever gotten was like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of a thing, and I forgot to censor it, and the show just YouTube just let it go. And it's like this was a good 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna have to figure something out. But yeah, no, I mean I like that we're building, right? There is a mysterious. They're keeping the corpses of the monsters, I assume, to experiment on, or they have some other purpose, and we haven't yet been told what that is. Because my first worry was that we were doing some sort of the Starship Troopers conspiracy, which is that the bugs aren't actually at war with us in the Starship Troopers conspiracy. It is that we are fighting ourselves because the entire system of government cannot exist without something for it to fight. So it created the bugs to then fight against the bugs. So it's all artificial. But they've just fucking shown us the monster here, so they're real. Unless they're making them, in which case, there's no use going down conspiracy holes. It's pointless. We're just gonna assume they're real. The flashback. Dad was on the bridge. We saw the other guy get sent off, and then giant explosion. We assume the ship is destroyed, but the ship is also, let's say, was broken in half in the flashback, right? But now this thing comes flying on, and it looks like only the bridge has been destroyed, but then how's the rest of the ship get put back together? And even then, assume that they put the ship back together, or assume that they didn't, and they just told the back half of the ship, and they manually put it on a course. Who? If it's the monsters, why? If it's not the monsters, then why? So many questions. I hope the show answers them. I hope it's that kind of show. I guess between then and there, I'm gonna figure out when to start looking at these science mini episode things. Because if I'm supposed to be watching them with the shows or between seasons, I need to know that. Like, if at the end of this episode there was a science thing that was like, hey, here's how special relativity works, here's what you need to know for the rest of the show, I don't want to miss that and be like clueless, flailing around in speculation about the show of something it's already told me. At the same time, I don't want it to tell me things that might be spoilers that it would tell me between seasons. So, yeah, I'm going to figure that out. I am excited. This show is fun. It's not as goofy as I was thinking it was going to be. Goofy over the top, not goofy bad. As I was thinking it was going to be based on what it was supposed to have given inspiration to. So, yeah, I want to know more. I want to know more. So with that, I think I'm going to end it here. I will see you next time. This has been Theta, another Stone Face Reactions. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. I know you just saw me waving goodbye to you, kind of like I did in episode 1. Well, you know what? That's just like I said in episode 1. This is me from that time period, now saying hi again to reintroduce you to this episode's Science 2 minute, Science Minute, whatever we want to call it. Yeah, because I realized that these things are supposed to come after every episode. So, this is my last reminder for that, because obviously from here on out I'm just going to do them all together, because I won't have had to have made that discovery. Thank God I made it so early. So, yeah, let's get on into it.
トップを狙え科学講座。さて今回のお勉強は光の速さの世界についてです。やった
Rip Van Winkle effect.
いいえ、超高速、つまり C プラス工法。ワープについてはまた今度。光より少し遅い夜高速の世界ではいろいろと不思議なことが起こります。高谷さん、言える？はい、スターボーと浦島効果です。
Starbows, we heard one last
大
time.
宇宙にかかる巨大な虹、レインボーを私たちはスターボーと呼んでいるわね。ローレンツ変換によって宇宙船の前方に集中した星がドップラー効果で七色の輪っかを作るんですよね。公式と絵も用意しました。すごいわ高谷さん。よく調べましたね。
Just to me, I'll bring it up after.
コーチの言う努力と根性ですよ。
甘いぞ高谷。
コーチ、いつの間に。
まだまだだ。浦島効果を説明してみろ。はい。
Oh, he must have been like in the camera.
7
And
年
he's
前
back.
クシオンが遭難したんだけど、その船の中ではまだ2日しか経ってなかったり、私が作戦タイムを12秒もオーバーしたから地球では半年経ってたりした意地悪なアインシュタインの仕業です。
高谷、意地悪なのはアインシュタインだけじゃないぞ。ローレンツもフィッツジェラルドもガモフも意地
Oh,
悪。
Lorentz effect,
気を
yeah.
つけます。
この公式をよく覚えておけ。これがローレンツ変換式だ。
ルクシオンはメインエンジンの縮退路はフル回転してたんだけど、バニシングモーターが破壊されたので無限に加速されたんですね。
その通りだ。
Infinite acceleration. Okay.
宇宙ではどんな小さな事故も致命的となる。それを乗り越えるのは努力と根性だけだ。
はい。
返事だけはいいな。
それじゃまた。バイバイ。
I feel like these are making hard work and guts the new catchphrase. What I was going to say in the middle there is, I'm surprised they're not having Jung rather. Surprised they're not having Jung do this. Or a combo of both rather, because she's the genius, right? And what's her name there is the hard work one, who's then rubbed off on our main character Enrico. So it's very. You think the genius would be the one doing the explanations. Whatever though. But yeah, again, they're inventing new science on top of existing science, which is cool. I mean, when the thing was happening on the show, I was literally saying, okay, yeah, they're gonna come back and everyone's gonna be older. Like, I already understand the idea that special relativity, that um, time moves different to you relative to your speed and whatnot. So I didn't actually need this little bit, but it's still fun to have. Um, it sounded like they were describing a device that they have to combat that the ship had, but apparently wasn't working. I don't know, maybe I messed that one up. Either way, yeah, I think that's all my thoughts for right now. So yeah, I will see you in the actual next episode now. So this is the real bye-bye from me. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?